Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. We're not going to talk about the ego. It's going to stay quiet for a little while. No, I haven't lost it. I just like to have fun. Don't ever lose your childish, let's say, imagination. I don't think it's imagination at all. I think if you can conceive it, right? If you believe it, you can create it. That's what Disney said, right? We like Disney. We all like Disney. All right, so we're going to put hacker team, the ego, aside, and we're going to talk about something very exciting today that I believe has happened. I call it the split. You want to know what the split is? We've been going through the Earth transition. We've been going through transition for quite a while now. It's gotten very intense. This is August of 2018. And as you guys know, we have experienced up until this point some major shifts. All kinds of things happening. People saying what is going on, including our weather, how people are behaving, physical symptoms, reality shifts, time missing, and all kinds of bizarre things. Signs, you guys are telling me all kinds of stuff that we're all experiencing on some level, and some people don't talk about it, but here we talk about it. We're going to talk about it. And you can believe it or not. If it's not happening to you and you don't believe it, get ready. Yeah. Oh, you guys, you're crazy. But you know what? When it happens to you, then it becomes real and you realize these people aren't crazy. They're experiencing stuff because the veil's coming down for them. The ringing in the ears, all kinds of stuff. Things that appear to be bad are not. I want to talk to you about that. The transition, the planetary transition and your frequency have been changing. Your DNA has been downloaded and changed. That is that a lot of you have experienced, like somebody just said, a guitar strings, I have too. It's like, I call it the electrical charge that goes through your body. Sometimes it's very intense. It's not painful, but it's weird. I've had that for years off and on. Haven't had it for a while, which tells me I think we've raised our frequency. All right, so I believe, and I felt this recently, that something huge was about to happen, and it is. And I realized what it is. It's called the split. Ask yourself which side of the split you're on. Now, there's no equal cutoff point in anything. And I just want to say before I start, everything is possible. Anything can be changed at any point. The split, in my opinion, and I have been seeing going on and heard from a lot of my friends and the viewers, is, have you noticed that there are people that are right here? They're a little bit negative. They're struggling with stuff. They're really good. Where everybody is beautiful, loving, beautiful person. But they're struggling. They're going through stuff. And then you're going to see people that throw off the veil and say, I'm ready. And they accept losing the job, losing the relationship, losing certain things because they're going into stuff that's so much better for them. They're making more money, or they're doing what they love for a living, or they're getting better relationships. They're letting all the garbage go. The doors are opening, and they're saying yes. The ones here that are experiencing this say, things are going wrong. I'm not getting what I want, right? I'm not trying to be a smart aleck when I do this. Then this is how they talk. They're like, Landria, I don't know what's going on, and I'll do this and so, wanting things to be different instead of saying, wait a minute, these are changes for me that are all good, and I'm learning from it, and I'm becoming a greater person. In fact, they let it take them down, and then the split's happening. You'll notice that those friends that you're around that are negative are going deeper into the negative, right? Some of them are pulling out, and you've seen transformations. They're going up here. And then you're finding that that job, you really need to get rid of it, and you're feeling it, and you're doing it. That relationship, you're like, I'm okay with letting this go. I need to go up here. And then that relationship, they'll either learn or they're going to go down here. And this is the fourth dimension transformation, and you're going to start seeing it happen. I've seen it happen. And I've had my friends tell me stuff, and I said, oh my gosh, this isn't just everybody going through stuff. I'm seeing this very clear difference between the ones that are going down here and it's getting more intense. So anybody you see, some people you thought were okay, but you're picking up, it's a little negative, they're going down. They're either going, hey, I'm done with that, and then they come up here and they're throwing off, they're talking different, they're going after their dreams, they're stopping the stupid negative stories in their head. They are stupid because they're stopping you from living a beautiful life. They're going up here and going, I'm not afraid anymore. What do I have to lose? Staying down here. That's what I have to lose. I'm going for it. There are no failures. I don't care what people think about me anymore, because who were they? Right? Those are troubled people too that would ever criticize or judge you. They're in a dark place. Bless them. We want them to be happy. We want them to go after their dreams, but we're not here to fix them. That's their journey. If somebody you're around, you're going, you know what, this is weird. I always hung out with this person, or I was dating this person, or other things that you were work used to be great, and you're not connecting to it, split. Split. So, you know which side of this you're on, and if you have felt yourself going deeper and darker into it, then you've got to pull out of this if you don't want to be a part of that split that's going to stay in the third dimension, and everybody else is going into the fourth, where the earth will appear in our reality, in our dimension, lighter, more compassionate, loving, giving, abundant, beyond our dreams. It's going to start happening. Things are going to shift, and we're going to say, you know what? There is nothing negative. It's only just us correcting some of the negative karma and things we've brought forward can be corrected in this lifetime. You don't have to keep carrying it through. Let's forgive. You know, crappy childhood, if you don't forgive, you're just carrying negative energy going to go down here. Aren't you done with it? How long can you hang on to that stuff before you realize that was the challenge? You have the biggest challenge of all time if you have to forgive. That's the biggest one. Woo! And then, of course, fear. When do you give up the fear? When do you stop living down here in fear and you go, I'm done. I have nothing to lose. Right? I'm going for it. And guess what? The doors are going to open for you. Things are accelerating. I asked for acceleration, and thanks to you guys, my channel is exploding. So what's happening is I'm reaching more people, and that's not a coincidence. And you're sharing the word with more people, and you're changing and getting epiphanies, and your frequency is raising, and you're sharing that frequency with other people. When you do it, you affect all of us. And I feel it, and I feel it going up. And if you're not, and you're feeling it getting worse, you're going down on the split. And you got to pull out of that. It's never too late. Let it go. All of it. Let it go. And we're seeing things as negative. The other thing is, if you're so focused on your life, everything's about you. When things get bad and you're super focused on you, you're down here. I have a friend, she said to me, she's been hammered with challenges. And man, she's going with it. And it's hurt. She's had some big ones. Loss and everything. She's going with it. And she says, snap out of it. She says that to herself. She's so funny. Snap out of it. And then she picks back up and she keeps going. And she keeps moving forward. And she said, you know, when I go into these places where life really throws some bad stuff at me, it's really painful. She said, I focus on other people and I give to them. She gets on the phone or she helps somebody else or she solves their problem. She gives. And I said, that's the split right there. When you go in a negative place and you're telling everybody your woes and I need to manifest for myself and bring it in, and that's the ego. That's the ego, and it's taken over. You've got to get it in check and say, whoa. Whoa, whoa, that's a negative energy, and that splits down here, and there's nothing good out of that, because that's me, and me is density. When you spread it out and you go, boom, I'm out here. What's out here? Wow, there's a world out there that could use my help. I got a comment that I answered the other day. I need to take care of me first before I can give. No, it's the reverse. You can give right now. If that's a mentality, it's not going to change when you get the stuff, trust me. If you aren't giving now in the way of your thoughts, your prayers, your kindness to other people, you know, bake a cake for somebody. I don't care what it is. If you're doing something positive that brings a smile to somebody else's face, that lightens their load, that encourages them, you have done your job, and that's giving. It doesn't take a lot. You guys are beautiful, perfect light beings. And when you break off and break through that veil, everything crumbles and everything becomes so clear, and then you are now connecting with everything that's been waiting for you to get out of that negative thinking. Get out of it. Get away from it. We're here. We're ready to give you things, but you don't see it. You don't see it. Pull that big old wool blanket off your face. Start breathing again and see that beautiful world that's out there. Heaven is here. It always has been. And we get to see it. You can move into, you can shift into it. So it's going to be a challenge until the day you die to be on this planet. That's part of the experience of being here. You're either going to embrace it and keep going up, or you're going to see it as a punishment and that you're a victim, that there's something outside of you. There isn't. Which side of the split are you going on? Mine just absolutely blew up, skyrocketed in every area of my life. Every area of my life. And I'm like, wow. I felt something big happening. I've been saying it. I said it on the video a while back. I told my friends, I said, something big is coming. Something big is coming. And other people felt it. They said, I feel like something big is going to happen. And it's not negative. It may be if you're in the third dimension and you're down there. You're going to see the world as a nasty place. Oh, you know, it's Armageddon and the governments and that. And those who are raising into the higher frequencies are saying, I see the change. I see the positive change. We are transforming this world into something beautiful and perfect that it can be. And if you choose that reality, then it is for you, right? I talked about judging, you know, people see these bodhisattvas, signs of peace, and they see something negative. That's the mindset. What is going on in your head that you would see that negative? And when you go into that positive mindset, the higher side of the split, you see things as beautiful. You see the injured person as a beautiful soul that just needs to find the light. You see the person who has in prison that's murdered somebody. It's so angry and still is angry. You bless them and say, oh, that's a very injured, angry person, hurting inside so deeply that they would strike out at the world. That is not what you're seeing. They are inside a beautiful, perfect light being that is hurting because that facade is in conflict with what they are. They're in conflict with what they know they are, and that doesn't feel right, so they're striking out. They'll find their way back. Give where you can. We're not here to tell somebody they're wrong or try and change them. That is their journey. And that is part of being the peaceful person that allows somebody else to have their journey. And when somebody needs you, then you're there for them. When you can do something positive, then you're there. But we are not here to dictate how somebody else should act, think, behave. It's their choice. And you're on this channel not because I'm telling you what to do. I'm offering alternative ways of thinking. And I want you to, of course, expand your mind the way you want to. You don't have to agree with me. But opposition, that creates conflict, and that's the ego. Can we just say, wonderful, that's beautiful what you think. Okay, I don't have to believe it. And you don't have to believe a thing I say. But I think you're on this channel because I think you probably like that I'm taking you to other places that are expanding your energy into positive vibrations. Everything I give you, my intentions are always to take you to a higher frequency. So if you don't like the way it presents something, well, I'm not going to apologize. Everything comes from a good place. Just like the differences in everything you see in this world are all beautiful. Can we see it as beautiful? If you do, you will be on the higher end of the split. So if you see some nasty stuff going with people and they're going down, they didn't grab the lifeline. Gotta let them go. They'll find their way. And when they come to you, of course we'll be there. So, you guys experiencing this? The split? You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. We're going to talk more about this because it's really amazing what's going on. Very exciting times we live in. Put on the seatbelt. Namaste.